I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our country, please. Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We'll open for public comment on the agenda and non-agenda items. Yes, Edna.
Yesterday I received an email, and I have a few questions regarding it because it involves a couple of different areas of the county. One has to do with the vote that will take place on Tuesday, and the other one has to do with party, which you cannot address. But one of the things that's in this email, it's talking about the greeters at the polling places. And it goes on to say, we are kind and we want to help out, but don't open the door for someone to enter the polling place, in other words, helping them out. Our door is always stuck, so we have to, but we're inside, that's okay, we're not greeters. Don't help people getting out of their car, okay? If there is a problem with someone outside, please don't engage, but don't be abused. Again, call me and the name, and we'll call the appropriate person. Please don't talk to the press. If someone does approach you, again, call one of us. My first question is, are threats anticipated? And if not, if so, why weren't at least the judges of election notified, number one. Number two, why would I call an official from a party and not the sheriff? Okay? The overall question that I have that this doesn't address is when those machines go out on Monday, will they all work? Or will I be finding out at 6 o'clock on Tuesday that I have one limping along and two that don't work at all because their parts aren't complete? I'm also advised on this email that there will be somebody available at 5:30 a.m. at the voter registrar's office. I haven't had that happen yet. I get my people out and they're here there at 5:45 and we're trying to set up and we can't get anybody till after 10:30. So I want to know if this is all going to be covered before Tuesday, and I want to know, based on this email, can we be assured of our safety? Because this doesn't go out haphazard. This is something motivated this. Don't engage. Don't talk to the press. Why would anybody come in to talk to, wanting us to talk to the press? If you're in the voting place, you're there to vote and then go. And again, why would I call a party official and not the sheriff? I'm in the fire hall. I'll dial 911. Tell them there's a fire in the kitchen, but I'll get somebody there. Well, that's all you can do. I mean, obviously, we're gonna be there unless our cheese hanging out. What? I'm just wondering how this got out, why it got out. And, you know, I want to say something else too. I know I'm going over my time, but it's my time. Tuesday, it's gonna hit the fan, one way or another. I was promised the last voting season, November, December, we'd have people outside escorting people in, making sure we had an X amount of people in the place, and restricting people from overcrowding. I was promised those face shields, I call them snot masks, but that's what they are. I was promised machines that work. And I was promised people would be able to answer telephone calls when I made them. I want to be assured that on Tuesday morning when I walk in at 5:45, all this is in place. Do I have that assurance? And will those machines be inspected and working before I get them on Monday? which, by the way, is half of my day. Because when I get to the polling place and I let them in and they push the machines in, I then have to set up the tables, etc. I don't even know if I have poll watchers that day. I'd like to know who they are. Because I just found out that my 2 people who are my clerks from Forest Lake won't be able to make it. I found that out now. I have 2 people who show up from Silver Lake. I never met them before in my life. I don't know if they've ever worked the poll. So I'm gonna have 2 people who are motivated to do a job and not know the job.
Okay.
So, to respond, first of all, we don't know who put that letter out, and really, I don't really care who put it out. They didn't get authorization from the county, or the election board, or the voter registration office. So whoever put it out on their own whim, apparently, and as usual, you know, there's a lot of crap that's put out that is not true and is misleading as to what is going on. So to answer some of your questions, first of all, the machines. The machines are getting tested and retested to make sure every machine is working properly. Every machine has full rolls of paper in it to make sure we don't have any of those issues, so that when those machines leave here, yes, they all work properly and there's no problems with them. As far as the workers at the facility, right now we have it scheduled that there's supposed to be somebody there to control the crowd, to work at the door. I don't know who said not open the door or not open a car door for somebody. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. If
No
a door,
kidding.
if a door sticks, I would hope that somebody would help an elderly person and open the door so they can get in. Or if an elderly person's coming across the parking lot and needs a hand so they don't fall flat on their face, I would hope somebody would have a kind enough heart to help that person and not make it a political issue either, which most people would not. So again, I don't know, and I don't really care, but I'm telling you that machines will be right, the machines will work. There will be people here at 5:30 in the morning, there'll be several people here at 5:30 in the morning. We will have people at all the polls to take and make sure that we have the crowd control and that the people are there working. That's all been set up. So you have the assurance of the election board that yes, this has all been put in place, been addressed. I can't help the rumors no more than I can help the 300 texts or 9,000 postcards you get in the mail telling you that, you know, we've got your absentee ballot or your mail-in ballot ready for you, you just have to call us. You know, those are all nonsense. So there is a lot of bad information, but none of that came from the election office or the election board, and we have made painstaking progress into trying to make sure that this election is gonna come off the way it's supposed to be, that everything's gonna work properly, and we're not gonna have the problems. And we do not expect any threats, we don't expect any problem with people. We expect people that will come and vote, and everybody will be well behaved, and there won't be any issues.
I hope you're right, because if this email went out to God knows who else,
Mm-hmm.
and you get time to think about it, it scares the pants off you. Do I have to show up at the polling place with a sidearm? I mean, I can, but I don't think I want to.
Yeah, I don't think you need to, I don't think there's gonna be a problem. And there will be people here, if there is an issue, you can either dial 911 or you can call the voter reg office. And if we need to get additional people out someplace, we will get additional people out someplace.
Yes, Bruce.
The people assigned to the polls from here,
Mhm.
I assume you mean the courthouse,
Mhm.
will they be adults who are familiar with the township,
They're adults.
who are familiar with the township?
Well, everybody's familiar with townships, they may not be familiar with all the people in the township, but they will be able to take and work with the judge of elections and make sure things are done right.
And when will the judge of elections find out, the judges of elections find out who these people are?
We'll try and get a notice out before the election to the judges so they know who's working at their polls.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to know who if there are any poll watchers assigned to Forest Lake. I wanna know who they are before they come in. I wanna know that if they come in, they stay in, what the proceedings are with poll watchers, because I'm not familiar with that. I will be before I leave this building.
Mhm. Okay.
I'd also like to know ahead of time when somebody calls up and says, oh, we can't make it. And now I have somebody from another town coming in, and I have no idea who they are. And if I didn't go into the voter registrar's office now, I would never know that I didn't have those people that I had counted on because they know what they were doing. These people never did anything like that before. So this is gonna be an adventure. Every single voting time, it's always an adventure. Find out what's going on.
Well, let's hope this one is less of an adventure.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, we're hoping.
Based on past history, I don't think so.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
dedication, though, Anna.
Thank you.
I have a concern that you just raised. I have a watcher certificate, and a watcher is not assigned specifically to a polling place.
Mhm.
Watcher certificate is good for any place in the county, and I get one just for that reason.
That may be so, but I would like to know who the watches are, at least the names, so that when they walk in, I am familiar with a name. I should have a list, every single judge should have a list to know who's coming into that building. Because in this day and age, when people walk
Yeah.
in with Molotov cocktails in places, I don't wanna be the one that they get. I wanna know who they are before they walk in. It's my right, it's my duty to know, and I have 4 other people that I have to be worried about.
Okay. And they-
Including, and I'm excluding the voters who come in. They're entitled to know.
That makes sense, Edna. We'll get
I
that
know it
list.
makes sense, and that's why it's not done. That's the whole problem.
We'll get that
And that's,
for you.
it's really, it's irritating. And I don't know how people actually sit there, they get something like this yesterday, and if I were a betting person, if I were a different person, I'd say, you know what? Get somebody to fill my job because I'm not doing it. Just on the basis of what's happening outside today and what's happening all around the country, and the fact that we are so deprived of information that would be useful to us. Because, you know, we're too stupid to make a use of it when we get it, right?
No, that's not true.
Thank you.
We will get the information out to you.
Okay.
It'll be done.
Soon.
Yes.
To piggyback on the election talk, I've had several people reach out who have registered for mail-in or absentee ballots. When they go to Votes PA, it says that the ballot has been sent, yet they have not received the ballot. What would you like them to do?
They should be calling the voter registration office.
That's like the basic guidance I've been giving them, so I just wanted to put that out there.
No, that's what they need to do.
Okay. Yes, Bill?
I know you've received some criticism over the past year, and I'd like to say I think you've done it, the 3 of you have done an excellent job in dealing with a very unusual situation. And I appreciate that job, and I appreciate the 3 of you are talking to one another. That's an improvement over some commissioner boards and some supervisor boards I dealt with in years past. So I know it works much better, and you sleep better if the 3 of you talk, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Make a motion to close public comment.
I'm not done.
Hey,
We
you
have
jumped
not
ahead
hit,
on that.
we have not hit agenda items. Motion number 6, we have Roger Doolittle appointed to Northern Tier Regional Planning and Development, but no committee listed. And to tack onto that,
Progress Authority.
It's the progress report.
well, it's the joined the Economic Development Advisory Board, but that is not on here.
Thought we did that in the last meeting, didn't we?
This is advisory committee.
But you're saying that the list isn't attached, is what you're saying?
I'm saying the county's Economic Development Advisory Committee is different from Northern Tier.
Yeah, it's not, it
Regional
shouldn't say
Planning and
Northern
Development.
Tier, it should say County Economic Advisory.
Good catch, Steve.
Thank you, Stacy. We will make
Economic
that correction when we vote on it.
All right.
Advisory
And
Committee.
can you explain the redevelopment assistance project,
What number is that, Stacy?
number 5?
It's a sub-agreement, basically, we have an RCAP grant that we're getting $500,000 on. So it has to go through, we have to run it through the, Progress Authority. It falls under the redevelopment assistance. So, in order to take and get the $500,000, we have to create 19 boxes, Xerox boxes of paperwork and send them to Harrisburg to get a $500,000.
And what are we doing with that grant?
That $500,000 was toward the public safety building.
Okay. Is that additional to the other RCAP funds that we?
No, well, yeah, it's additional. Actually, if you look, there's probably about 6 or 7 RCAP lines in the legislation in Harrisburg for different projects, but unfortunately, we can't seem to get any of them funded through Harrisburg. The governor's office nor the legislators can seem to fund those things for Susquehanna County. And we did ask for millions of dollars. And
We did ask for millions?
we asked, I think it was for $2 or $5 million for the project, and they could only figure out how to get 1 0 on the end and not, another 0 on the end, so.
And then, cutting down to motion number 13, actually the note. So so the proposed budget will be on view as well as the 4 public library branches. Are we going to have the full library budgets also on view?
No, our budget is available for review at the libraries.
Ah. Okay. So at the 4.
Yeah,
Yes.
we always do that every year.
Right, but it's at the 4, okay.
And the lobby.
In our lobby out here.
That's all I got for you on the meeting.
All right, thanks, Susan.
Now I have a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to close the public comment at 9:16. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 2.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to approve the minutes of the October 14th, 2020 Commissioners meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 3.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to approve paying the bills for the month. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 4.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, approved by Commissioner Herschel, to approve the following seminar requests. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 5.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, approve the entering into a sub-agreement with the Central Bradford Progress Authority for application for the redevelopment assistance project grant project in the program in the amount of $500,000. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve item 6 with the change that it's to appoint to the Susquehanna County Economic Advisory Board.
All right.
I'll second that with the change.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to approve item number 6 with the change. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve item 7.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to ratify and approve the termination of Julia Gregory from the position of full-time recycling administrator on the recommendation of recycling coordinator Jen Hibbard. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 8.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to ratify and approve the termination of Brent Bisagnia from the position of full-time corrections sergeant shift commander, effective October 19th. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve 9.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to ratify and approve the transfer of Iana Brown from the position of temporary full-time corrections sergeant shift commander to the open non-union position of full-time corrections sergeant shift commander at $18.36 an hour under the recommendation of Warden Mark Schelt. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Motion to approve 10.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to accept with regret the resignation of Melissa Brunges from the position of Assistant Director of Elections, Voter Registrar, effective November 6, 2020. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve 11. Oh, I'm sorry, 11, we
No.
have no bid, so I'll make a motion to rebid the van.
I will second that motion to rebid the van.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Let's see,
We have the refuse.
we have refuse, we can open that up and make a motion to open an award. Need a second?
Jude.
Wait a
I'll
minute,
second
wait a
that.
minute.
I'll second that, yep.
Okay.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel, to open the bid for the refuse
And
service
award.
and award. We only had one bid.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, now you can go.
Joe's Disposal. So the bid will be awarded to him for refuse dumpster quote.
He's our current refuse hauler. Okay, make a motion to approve
What's the bid
item,
amount?
what's
It's
that?
all different, it breaks it all down, like by dumpsters, like an 8-yard dumpster is $135 a month, do you want them all? 6-yard dumpster, $125, 8-yard dumpster at the recycling center is $290. And one 8-yard dumpster at the county jail, $160 per month, pickup will be once a week. The first 8-yard was at the courthouse, and the second one was at the county office building. Okay, good?
Motion to approve item 13.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to set the millage for the year 2021 for Susquehanna County as follows: 10.5 mils for general real estate for the general fund and 0.33 mils for the library fund. The total millage rate for real estate is 10.83 mils. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Okay, you just need to read the note then.
Susquehanna County proposed budget for 2021 totaling $35,924,476.72 will be available beginning October 29th, 2020 for review in the lobby of the Susquehanna County Courthouse as well as the 4 public library branches. The proposed budget will be considered for adoption on December 9th, 2020 at the regular commissioners meeting.
Motion to close commissioners meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to close Commissioners' meeting at 9:20, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we're gonna open we have a salary board meeting. As soon as I find it. Call the salary board meeting to order at 9:21 a.m. Any public comment on the salary board agenda? Yes, Stacy?
I see, number 3, we are eliminating a director of planning GIS.
Yep.
And what are the commissioners' goals for that office? That office ran seamlessly for like decades.
So the planning and GIS are getting split back out. The planning department will function by itself. We are creating a new GIS department, which hopefully over the next month will be fully established and manned. Most of the employees in the GIS department will come internally from other departments that are doing GIS work now, but it'll get GIS all under one department. We have realized that there's a good revenue stream that we've been losing by not having a dedicated department and charging for the services that we should be charging for, so this will bring more revenue back into the county coffers.
I have a question on number 4. What's the plan there? I see one person resigned. I didn't realize it was a part-time position, and you're eliminating, is it the same position?
No.
No.
No, this was,
No, it's different.
So we got the girl, so that means both people in the voter registration office are gone by November 6th. All that
No.
means just,
no, Carrie will still be here. Macy and Carrie will be here. This is a total different position.
that's the girl, that's,
No, this was Diane Kutraki, and we
Yeah,
put,
she's not, yeah.
she's, this
It's
is,
just a
from the
position
meeting
that used to
before,
be
we
there,
just-
we're
yes.
just cleaning up.
okay, and I see that Melissa is leaving the 6th,
Yep,
the day you start counting votes.
yep,
So that leaves who? Just Macy? and-
Macy and Carrie.
Period,
Mhm.
on the day you start counting votes.
it shouldn't be a problem. Won't be a problem.
Okay,
Yeah, we should be okay, Rick.
They don't count the votes, so,
well, they do all the work, so you guys can come in and say, okay, prisoner will vote, that's one we accept.
yeah,
All right, here's all that, they put all the figures in the books.
okay, Macy does all of that work,
Yeah,
so it won't be a problem.
anything else?
Motion to close public comment.
I'll second that.
Got a motion by Commissioner Hall, second by Commissioner Herschel to close the public comment at 9:24. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion to approve the minutes of the September 23rd.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the minutes of the September 23rd, 2020 Salary Board meeting, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain.
I'll abstain, because I wasn't here.
Rebecca's saying this, you gotta make sure that the
She's got
record
aye.
shows.
Rebecca.
So on the president at the meeting, you also have to have the first deputy, Rebecca, is present.
Today.
Motion to approve item 3.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to eliminate the full-time salaried non-union position of Director of Planning / GIS effective October 28th, 2020, per the recommendation of Rebecca Hubbard, Chief Clerk. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Motion to approve item 4.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to eliminate the temporary part-time union eligible position of Assistant Director of Elections Voter Registrar. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Motion to approve 5.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to eliminate the temporary full-time union eligible position of Corrections Sergeant / Shift Commander effective October 28th, 2020, per the recommendation of Warden Mark Shelp. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Motion to approve 6.
I will second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to create the full-time non-union position of 911 Systems and Public Safety Building IT Technician effective October 28th, 2020 at $19.23 per hour with a 6-month probationary period and benefits according to the county policy manual and government mandated requirements per the recommendation of Bradley Ellsworth, Public Safety Operations Director, and Stephen Janowski, IT Director. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Okay, motion 7. We want to take the non-union and retirees deductible levels, and we want to change those. I have a sheet here to give to each one of you. Whoops, sorry. We'll take and basically want to change 2020 to 2021 to be 300 to 600 for the deductibles, 2022 375 to 750, and 2023 375 and 750, and 2024 500 to 1,000. Also change the prescription levels and co-pays as so stated: $10 for generic, $30 for formulary, $50 for non-formulary. Other co-pays, $20 for the office visit, $40 for the specialist, $100 for the emergency room. And that is my motion.
Okay, and I will second that motion.
Because it wasn't stated in the thing, you have to allow public comment on this too.
Okay, is there any public comment?
You have to ask something.
Any public comment? Stacy?
What are the current levels? for
100 and
employees?
150.
What are they?
100, 150.
And does it raise any of like their prescription copay or their other copays?
Yeah, the prescription level increases too slightly.
And the office visits, specialists,
Yeah.
emergency rooms?
Yeah.
So there's increases all over,
Yes.
so. And are they contributing 10% now?
They're contributing 10% now. The cost of our health insurance is now $3.5 million for the county taxpayers to pay. We've got to make changes to get it under control.
All right, I had a motion. I
And
had a second. All in favor? Okay.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion to close salary board.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to close the salary board at 9:28. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.